The Trump administration has reportedly asked the state of Israel to stop its attacks on Syrian military forces in the country. Now, Israel, remember, has carried out repeated attacks against the Syrian government forces in southwestern Syria for the second straight day on Tuesday, vowing to keep the area demilitarized and to protect the Druze community as deadly clashes have continued in the region at the Israeli frontier. The Syrian government forces have been deployed in the southern province of Suwayda, where violence has continued despite announcement of a ceasefire. A war monitor said that nearly 248 people have been killed in several days of clashes. And the government, led by Ahmed al-Shara, has deployed troops to the area after clashes between the Druze fighters and the Bedouin troops killed scores of people. Information that first appeared in the Israeli media and was then reported by Axios. The Trump administration has asked Israel to stop its attacks on Syrian military forces. The report, citing a U.S. official, said that Israel had assured the Americans that it would cease the attacks on Tuesday evening. The Axios also reported that Syria had informed Israel in advance that it was sending tanks to Suwayda, and it clarified that this was not an action directed at Israel, but rather an attempt to restore order in the internal conflict. The Israeli military released a video on Tuesday which it says shows various Syrian military vehicles being targeted by airstrikes. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said that Israel struck a tank belonging to the Syrian military as forces began to move in deeper into the city of Suwayda. Israel, which has its own Druze minority, has sought to portray itself as a defender of the community, which also has warned the Syrian government against maintaining any military presence south of Damascus.
We are also operating in Syria from the morning. We have a commitment in Israel to maintaining the southwestern region of Syria as a demilitarized zone. We will not allow a return to a situation where a second Lebanon is established there, and we are also committed to protecting the Druze residents. We are doing this through intensive operations. I hope we will not have to operate more. This depends very much on what is understood and done, and also not done, in Damascus.
Meanwhile, hundreds of youth from the Druze minority gathered in the town of Majdal Shams in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. As Israel has said that it is now operating in southern Syria, waving the Druze flag, the youth gathered near the border fence where the Israeli soldiers could be seen on the opposite side. Reports also said that the Israeli forces let dozens of Druze cross the border fence in the Majdal Shams area and cross into the Syrian territory. The clashes began on Sunday between factions from the Druze religious minority and the Bedouin tribes, who are Sunni Muslim. The Druze are followers of an esoteric religion that follows elements from Shiite Islam and are mainly found in Syria, Lebanon and Israel. The two sides have a long-standing feud in Suwayda. The government forces and allied groups, including Bedouins, took control on Monday of several villages near Suwayda that were previously run by the Druze fighters. A war monitor has accused the Syrian government forces and allied groups on Tuesday of killing the Druze civilians in field executions around Suwayda. During Syria's 14-year-long civil war, which started after Assad's violent repression of peaceful protests in 2011, the Druze formed their own armed groups to protect their heartland in Suwayda away from major battles. In January, the two largest groups, the Men of Dignity Movement and the Mountain Brigade, said that they were ready to join the new national army under al-Shara's government.